I have gotten myself in way over my head. Put that down. How do you turn off? Hello! Here we are in my garage, like crazy people. Also, I look so cool. Just throwing it out there. I have just gone insane because I have decided that I think that I can make stuff. And not only make stuff, but use power tools and or a handsaw that I bought on a whim. I don't know, over the course of like a long time, because I cannot do this in one day. Go back to Home Depot and that place is like magical land full of just lots of stuff. Oh my gosh, what are we even doing today? What are we doing in here? Attempt to make a giant chalkboard wall, and I have done it in a way that is very, very hard. This is not a tutorial for anyone, because unless you want to waste a lot of time. First of all, I'm gonna show you all of the stuffs. I'm gonna show you all the little things that I bought, so enjoy that. So I bought the plywood. It is a 1/2 inch of birch. Not that that matters. I don't know if that matters actually. Or if it does matter, I hope that I made the right choice. I think. I'm gonna buy a 3rd sheet of plywood because I want it to be really big. You can buy sheets of plywood that are bigger, obviously. I just have a Camry. Like, my car cannot hold a huge piece of plywood. So, due to my lack of large vehicle and or truck bed and or patience, 2 by 4 feet sheets of this plywood. It's 1/2 inch thick. I think I already said that. Today is kind of like a trial day, sort of. I'm gonna do some of it today and then I'm gonna come back and do the rest of it later. But, because you have to do that anyways, gotta let like the paint dry and stuff. I don't know. Be smarter than me, you know? Are 6 feet long. Figured this was like big enough size to fit in my car, but not too big. But the problem is once I have the 3rd plywood panel, the bottom's going to be exactly 6 feet, which is great, but the sides will not be. They will still only be 4 feet because math. I like kind of laid out how I want the framing of the chalkboard to be, and then I measured it using that handy dandy little guy and lined it out, and I bought that handsaw that you guys saw just a second ago, and I'm going to try to saw this. Pray for me. I'm gonna do it for 2 of the panels or the planks, and then I'm gonna create the end of this as like plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy, because I need friends. Now, you take at least one of these, and we're gonna stain it I got the teal stain and then that darker, like, I've already forgot what it's called. I'm also going to attempt to brace down or connect the sheets of plywood together. These, I'm gonna use these, and then these really shallow wood screws. They're actually all-purpose screws, but they're for wood too, so I think that works. I don't know what I'm doing. Do I look like Ron Swanson? No, I'm scared. So I'm gonna brace the back of the plywood and connect it. And then I'm also going to cut the wood, do what I told you guys, and then we'll just kind of move from there, I guess. How this is gonna work, I literally have no idea. This is just me trying to do this, and it could honestly be just like so horrible, and I'm gonna be really sad because I spent a lot of money that I didn't need to spend when you can literally just buy like wallpaper stick up of chalkboard and just use that, but instead I wanted to be extra. Also, I could have just like borrowed someone's truck and gotten a big sheet of plywood and then only had to worry about the frame, but instead I hate myself. I'm also gonna sand the wood a little bit. I probably won't sand the longer pieces of the wood. I'll just sand the smaller pieces so when we stain them and paint them, we get a good idea of what it's gonna look like. One thing I did not get was like a stain primer, or I guess it's like a conditioner for the wood, so it like seeps into the wood. I think that's what it's called. It is so hot in here. I'm literally just melting. I'm sure you can tell that like by the second, I'm just like melting. My whole body is like gonna melt onto the floor. Whew. This is a large task. I understand that. I also understand and want you guys to understand that I am not a professional. I have never done this before in any capacity whatsoever, and I'm doing it completely by myself, which is bonkers. Like, I cannot believe that I'm doing this, is basically what I'm trying to say, because like, it's a lot. If I feel like I can't do it, then I'm gonna like be really down. This doesn't need to be depressing. We're trying things, we're excited, we is happy. So that's what we're gonna do next. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna set up for that right now. First and foremost, I need you guys to understand a couple of things. Thing one, you're probably crooked. I'm sorry about that, but it is what it is. Thing two, I will do everything that I can to remain safe. Hence the glasses. Thing three, I understand that this is not a sturdy work surface, and I'm going to have to hold this down with my hand because I wasn't gonna pay for clamps and I don't have an extra table to just use. So this is gonna have to do for right now. And I feel like this wood is probably like cuttable enough. God damn.